I don't live on the sea.
I don't live on the sea.
I live on the land.
I live on the land.
Andres, what's the name of the sea between Europe and North Africa? What's the name of the sea between Europe and North Africa? The name of the sea?
The name of the sea
Between Europe and North Africa
and of Africa
is the Mediterranean Sea.
is the Mediterranean Sea.
Is Moscow by the sea? Is Moscow by the sea? No, Moscow isn't.
No, Moscow isn't.
By the sea.
By the sea.
It's inland.
It's inland.
Is New York inland? Is New York inland? No, New York
No, New York
isn't inland.
isn't inland.
It's by the sea.
It's by the sea.
What's this? What's this? It's ons.
It's ons.
5
5
equals 5.
equals 5.
It's twice.
It's twice
5
5
equals 10.
equals 10.
It's 3
It's 3
times 5
times 5
equals 15.
equals 15.
It's 4.
It's 4
5 times 5
times 5
equals 20.
equals 20.
How much is ons 9? How much is ons 9? Ons 9
Ons 9
equals 9.
equals 9.
How much is twice 50? How much is twice 50? Twice 50
Twice 50
equals 100.
equals 100.
How much is 3 times 13? How much is 3 times 13? 3 times
3 times
13
13
equals
equals
39.
39.
How many times a week do you come here? How many times a week do you come here? I come here
I come here
once a week.
once a week.
How many times a month do you go to the cinema? How many times a month do you go to the cinema? I don't go to the cinema.
I don't go to the cinema.
How many times a day do you eat? How many times a day do you eat? I eat
I eat
3 times a day.
3 times a day.
How many times do we live? How many times do we live? We only live
We only live
once.
once.
What am I doing? Am I doing? You're cutting the table
You're cutting the table
with your finger.
Repeat.
With your finger.
With your finger.
What do we cut meat with? What do we cut meat with? We cut meat
We cut meat
with a knife.
with a knife.
Can we cut bread without a knife? Can we cut bread without a knife? No, we can't
No, we can't
cut bread
cut bread
without a knife.
without a knife.
What am I doing? What am I doing? You're lifting
You're lifting
the book.
the book.
Andresa, can you lift the table with your little finger? Can you lift the table with your little finger? No, I can't.
No, I can't
Lift the table
lift the table
with my little finger.
with my little finger.
Today we have a new student. Why not? Why not? Because it's too heavy
Because it's too heavy
for me to lift.
for me to lift.
Andres, is this piece of paper light enough for you to lift? Is this piece of paper light enough for you to lift? Yes, this piece of paper
Yes, is this of paper?
is light enough
Is light enough
for me to lift.
for me to lift.
Is the table as high as the door? Is the table as high as the door? No, the table isn't
No, the table isn't
as high
as high
as the door.
as the door.
It's lower
It's lower
than the door.
than the door.
Is this building as high as Mount Everest? Is this building as high as Mount Everest? No, this building
No, this building
isn't as high
isn't as high
as Mount Everest.
as Mount Everest.
It's lower
It's lower
than Mount Everest.
than Mount Everest.
Is the River Thames as long as the Nile? Is the River Thames as long as the Nile? No, the River Thames
No, the River Thames
isn't as long
isn't as long
as the Nile.
as the Nile.
It's shorter
It's shorter
than the Nile.
Tá chato.
than the Nile.
Andres, is Spain as large as South America? Is Spain as large as South America? No, Spain isn't
No, Spain isn't
as large
as large
as South America.
as South America.
It's smaller
It's smaller
than South America.
than South America.
Tell the names of 4 seasons of the year, please. Tell the names of 4 seasons of the year, please. The names
The names
of the 4 seasons
of the 4 seasons
of the year are
of the year are
spring,
spring,
summer,
summer,
autumn,
autumn,
and winter.
and winter.
Andres, what season are we in now? What season are we in now? We're
We're
in winter now.
internal.
What was last season? What was last season? Last season
Last season
was
was
Outono.
autumn.
autumn.
Thank you. Andres, what will next season be? What will next season be? Next season
Next season,
will be spring.
spring.
The dog's so cute with the clothes on.
A roupinha dela tem capuz, ó.
Yes. Very stylish. Which day precedes Wednesday? Which day precedes Wednesday? Tuesday
Tuesday
precedes Wednesday.
precedes Wednesday.
Does Thursday precedes Wednesday? Does Thursday precede Wednesday? No, Thursday doesn't.
No.
Thursday
Thursday doesn't
precede Wednesday.
precede Wednesday.
It follows it.
It follows it.
Which number follows the number 13? Which number follows the number 13? 14
14
follows the number
follow the number
13.
13.
Andrea, do students precede the teacher out of the classroom after the lesson? Do students precede the teacher out of the classroom after the lesson? No, the students
No, the students
don't precede the teacher
don't precede the teacher
out of the classroom
out of the classroom
after the lesson.
after the lesson.
They follow her.
They follow her.
I think the dog is sleeping. It's so quiet. Does the teacher precede the students into the classroom before the lesson? Does the teacher precede the students into the classroom before the lesson? No, the teacher
No, the teacher
doesn't precede the students
doesn't precede the student
into the classroom
into the classroom
before the lesson.
before the lesson.
She follows them.
She follows them.
Andres, when do you have your breakfast? When do you have your breakfast? I have my breakfast
I have my breakfast
at
7
7 a.m. When does the lesson begin? When does the lesson begin? The lesson begins
The lesson begins
at 5.
at 5.
Andres, when do you get up in the morning? When do you get up in the morning? I get up
I get up
at 5 in the morning.
at 5 in the morning.
What other words can we use instead of whereas? What other words can we use instead of whereas? We can use
We can use
while and whilst
while and whiles
instead of whereas.
instead of whereas.
Andres, which word we use the most when we speak? Which word we use the most when we speak? We generally use whereas
We generally use whereas
the most
the most
when we speak.
when we speak.
Is this an old building? Is this an old building?
No,
It isn't
it isn't
an old building.
an old building.
It's a new building.
It's a new building.
Andres, are your shoes new? Are your shoes new?
No,
My shoes
my shoes
aren't new.
aren't new.
They're old.
We're old.
They have to be older than,
Older than,
newer than.
newer than.
For example, this book is new and this book is old. So this book is newer than this book and this book is older than this book. So Kawan, is your pullover older than your shoes? Is your pullover older than your shoes?
Yes.
My pullover
My pullover
is older than my shoes.
is older than my shoes.
Say after me, the oldest,
The oldest,
the newest.
the newest.
Okay, of these 3 books, this book is the oldest and this book is the newest. Okay? Andresa, what's the newest thing you're wearing? What's the newest thing you're wearing? My shirt, my shorts, my trousers. Nothing is new.
No, it's new.
Okay. No problem. Say after me. Old,
Old,
young.
young.
We use old for things and people, but we use young for people. So, and new we use for things. What's the difference between new and young? What's the difference between new and young? The difference between
The difference between
new and young
new and young
is that new
is that new
we use for things,
we use for things,
whereas young
whereas young
we use for people.
we use for people.
And is she an old woman? Is she an old woman? No, she isn't
She isn't
an old woman.
an old woman.
She's a young girl.
She's a young
Girl.
girl.
Say after me, younger than.
Younger than.
For example, Anna is younger than Mr. Brown. Jack is younger than Mrs. Brown. Are you older than your mother? Are you older than your mother? No, I'm
No.
not older
I'm not older
than my mother.
than my mother.
I'm younger
I'm younger
than my mother.
than my mother.
Say after me, the youngest.
The youngest.
Anna is the youngest in the family. Andresa, who's the youngest in your family? Who's the youngest in your family?
My brother
Is the youngest
is the youngest
in my
in
family.
in my family.
Say after me, put on,
Put
Put
on,
on,
take off,
take
take
off,
go out.
go out.
For example, I'm putting my hand on the table. I'm taking my hand off the table. I'm going out of the classroom. Okay?
Okay.
Kawan, what am I doing? You're putting your hand
You're putting your hand
on the table.
on the table.
Andres, what am I doing? You're taking your hand
You're taking your hand
off the table.
off the table.
Kawan, what am I doing? You're putting your hat on.
You're putting your hat on.
Andres, what am I doing? You're taking your hat
You're taking your hand
off.
off.
Kawan. Sorry. Okay, sorry. Kawan, what am I doing? I know, I've asked you that. Kawan, what we put on when we go out in winter? What we put on when we go out in winter? We put our hats and coats on
and coats on
when we go out
when you go out
in winter.
in winter.
And there's what we take off when we come into a building. What do we take off when we come into a building? We take
our
hats
hands
and coats off
and coats off
when we come into a building. Let's read lesson 29. Open your books, please. 29.
29. 29.
SS,
SS,
not SS,
not SS,
not so S.
not so as.
Thames,
Thames,
America.
America.
Is the table.
Is the table?
As high as the door?